Hello, today is February 1st, 2023, and it is a new year. And whoa, I just feel like the year is like, the year is already going so fast. And just yesterday it was January still, and now we're in the beginning of February. And so it's been a while since I do a video, and definitely the last time I did one was last year in 2022. And so yeah, and coincidentally this video is and the last one was on Jesus's birth, on or at least it was talking about when he was born, I believe. And so yeah, this video coincidentally is on the death and on the resurrection of Jesus Christ. And coincidentally, yes, I feel and I do think that we're right around the corner just because the year seems to be going pretty fast. And so, yeah, um, April's like what 3 months away, and I feel, you know, yeah, I just feel it's right around the corner. And so then with that being said, and with that idea in mind, I am gonna read about his death and his resurrection, and also like of like the gist of like what he the example that he put and that he puts for us, as far as like, when he was having the great, the suffering that he was going through um in his crucifixion, that led up to his crucifixion, and while being crucified, and how he behaved, and his character, the love that he maintained. And just, I'm gonna be reading from First Peter, and then also I'm gonna be reading from Matthew. And so it's a little different this time. I usually read like a chapter from like one particular book, and then kind of just like continue on, sort of. I've done that. Minus the video I did like on Psalms, which didn't have to do with Matthew necessarily. It was like from the book of Psalms. But the whole Bible collectively, obviously is the word of God. So everything coincides. And so with that being said, I will be reading from First Peter and from Matthew. So I will go ahead and get started. First Peter 2:22 says he committed no sin and no deceit. Well, actually 2:22 to 2:23 says he committed no sin and no deceit was found in his mouth. When they hurled their insults at him, he did not retaliate. When he suffered, he made no threats. Instead, he entrusted himself to him who judges justly. First Peter 3:08, I skipped a little bit and I went to 3:08, and it says, finally, all of you, be like-minded, be sympathetic, love one another, be compassionate and humble. Do not repay evil with evil or insult with insult. On the contrary, repay evil with blessing. Because to this you were called, so that you may inherit a blessing. Makes sense. And then I went to the book of Matthew, and then I wanted to end it with this. It's Matthew 27:45 all the way to all the way to 54. Just verify really quick. 54. Yes, 54. So now this is the book of Matthew. From noon until 3 in the afternoon, darkness came all over the land. About 3 in the afternoon, Jesus cried out in a loud voice, Eli, Eli, lema lema sabachthani, which means, my God, why have you forsaken me? When some of those standing there heard this, they said, he's calling Elijah. Immediately one of them ran and got a sponge. He filled it with wine vinegar, put it on a staff, and offered it to Jesus to drink. The rest said, now, leave him alone. Let's see if Elijah comes to save him. And when Jesus had cried out again in a loud voice, he gave up his spirit. At that moment, the curtain of the temple was torn in two, from top to bottom. The earth shook and the rocks split, and the tombs broke open. The bodies of many holy people who had died were raised to life. They came out of the tombs after Jesus' resurrection and after Jesus' resurrection, and went into the holy city and appeared to many people. Whoa, so holy people just came out of the tombs and then started appearing to a lot of people. That is, something major. And definitely for the centurions and these guys who were like, yeah, this ain't, let's see if Elijah comes in and saves him or whatever. And for them to be like, whoa, this must be, actually, I skipped a little ahead. That's what I'm about to finish up reading, actually. These guys must have been shocked, actually. The rocks splitting, the tombs breaking open, the earth shaking. That's major, That's major. And so, yeah. They're definitely witnessing that after mocking him and making fun of him and thinking that, he's just a nobody and, and doing all these horrible things to him. But so then, actually I had skipped a little bit. So then here we go with when the centurion and those with him who were guarding Jesus saw the earthquake and all that had happened, they were terrified and exclaimed, surely he was the Son of God. And so with that, I leave you guys